Hello everyone, welcome back to Oknytt. Now as you all know, I had a recording problem where it only recorded my face and not the game. So I had to replay the entire game up until a certain point in order to, get back on track. So if I don't seem like I'm surprised by anything, it's because I already did it. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I already got finished talking to her. I did what I could remember. I talked to the Neckin, I talked to the Alva, I talked to the guy in the well and the Natrum. So I'm gonna go back to the forest edge because if I remember correctly, from my last video, I had to give the Brunscuba a shell so he could hear me talk. Because I forgot about that. And the toadstools. But yeah, if I'm not surprised by anything, it's because yeah. And I'll tell you when I am in a new area. I forgot to put on my timer. let me the gamma. I can't see anything hardly. There we go. You see? There we go.
Can you hear me now?
The small creature asked as it placed the shell in the Brunscuba's ear.
What?
The Brunscuba's fierce stare disappeared abruptly upon the surprising discovery.
I haven't had any visitors speaking to me in a long time. Very well, good manners is a rare thing these days. I suppose you could have one of the gifts I've been given over the years. Cherish it like I have, and you will surely find it useful one day. I will. Thank you.
The small creature said with a humble bow.
And he gave me the tablet from before. Yeah. Which reminds me I need to take these two together like I did last time. Yeah. I do like how different video games have different interpretations of the folklore creatures, which doesn't surprise me considering depending on where in Scandinavia you were in, the stories change. So yeah.
The small creature placed the bulrush pods on the stone. As the bulrush began to smolder, a trail of smoke emerged and began its journey towards the sky.
I only get one shot. Oh.
As the Alva started to cough from the thick smoke, a thin trail of alv dust fell from one of them, forming a small pile on the ground.
Oh god, it's kind of janky because you have trouble picking things up because
A pile of alv dust had formed on the ground underneath the tree. The small creature managed to scoop up the glowing pile of alv dust.
Okay, now give it to Necken because he needs it. Well, he wants it anyway. It's another Totsuo. They're spreading. Oh, he's glowing now.
The small creature poured the glowing alv dust into the lake. This feeling, I can feel them, their power coursing through me. Maybe you aren't as useless as I thought. Here's, a bottle for your troubles. I'm sure you can use it for whatever it is you do, Nacken said with a sarcastic look. You may still be able to prove yourself slightly competent. Get me one of their melodies. I want to see for myself just what makes their songs so captivating. Your reward will be greater next time.
You're still a douchebag. Oh, it's a paper. There we go. Give this to her.
If it's not too much trouble, do you think you could share your beautiful song with me?
The small creature asked nervously. The wingless Alva's face lit up for a moment, giving the creature a slight nod before writing down the notes on the paper.
There we go.
Now, this is surprising. I didn't actually think you could obtain something like this, Nacken said, seemingly impressed by the melody written on the note sheet. Very well. I suppose you have earned somewhat of a reward. Look into the shallow water at your feet. There should be something suitable buried in the sand. As the creature searched the bottom, it found a large mussel. Now I don't have time for you anymore. With this melody and my ability, I'll be able to surpass all others. As Nacken disappeared into the murky water, a subtle violin could be heard stemming from the depths of the lake.
It's beautiful.
Using the iron ring, the creature was able to break the mussel. As it shattered, a gleaming pearl was revealed. The creature reached down and picked up the exposed pearl.
The void has been closed, and once again the coming times are mine to behold.
The Natrum croaked as it stared into the distance.
Your future is dark, yes, tumbling down into nothingness. The darkness swallows you whole, yes. There is more. Crumbling, yes. Crumbling, and then a light shining through the darkness. Escape quickly. Escape the darkness, or it will swallow you once again.
The Natrum went silent as it once again stared into the distance. As the Natrum finished its foretelling of the small creature's fate, it spread its wings and flew away over the trees, bringing the conversation to an abrupt end. During its departure, the Natrum had shook off 2 of its black feathers that slowly fell to the ground.
Maybe I can use these to help the sad Alva.
The creature said, watching the Natrum's silhouette grow smaller and smaller before disappearing amongst the treetops.
Get these. Get.
Hmm.
No, that's not.
No,
That's not what I meant.
that's not how it happened.
Get these in the snail mucus.
Using the sticky mucus, the creature was able to glue together the 2 feathers.
Yes, perhaps this will do.
It thought, proud of its creation.
Hopefully they'll help her. I already know what's going on, but still.
Here you go. Wings.
The small creature said cheerfully and held out its creation. The Alva gave the 2 feathers glued together by the snail mucus a doubtful look.
Try them on.
The small creature exclaimed. The Alva stood up and tried to put the wings on her back, but they just fell to the ground. They were simply too heavy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I will bring you something else.
The small creature stuttered, its face turning slightly red. The Alva let out a disappointed sigh and once more sat down on the stone, resting her head in her tiny hands.
The toadstools are spreading rapidly. If nothing is done, they'll cover both me and my well. Stop them, I beg you.
The broomscooper let out a calm sigh at the sight of the nettles.
That should do the trick, at least for a while.
The broomscooper looked at the creature.
You need to escape this place. You can't stay here. The toadstools will soon engulf this part of the forest. Hurry! Flee while you still can.
As the creature turned around, it noticed the increasing amount of ominous toadstools beginning to move a bit too close for comfort. Heeding the broomscooper's warning, it decided to find a way to leave the lake.
The sad Alva.
The small creature suddenly remembered.
Without wings, she won't be able to escape by herself.
Save the Alva! Oh, poor little girl. Get her. That would be really freaky if mushrooms were like coming towards you. That'd be weird.
The hag was tenderly staring her hot concoction, only stopping briefly to look up at her scrawny younglings. In her hand she held the wingless Alva, ominously dangling her back and forth beside the large cauldron. The hag prefers to build her nest on top of tall mountains, spreading her vile magic throughout the surrounding areas, infecting plant and creature alike. If you happen to come upon one of her minions, be wary not to get caught, as they will surely bring you before her.
Yeah, so here's where, yeah, I played through this part already, so I kind of know what to do, but it's still very iffy.
Hello. Would you please put her down? You're hurting her.
The small creature said warily, but got no response.
Okay. Touch it.
The blind chick eagerly nibbled after the creature's fingers.
What are you so worked up about?
The creature asked the squeaking chick.
That's just creepy.
The creature filled the bottle with a fresh batch of the hag's colorful brew.
Sweet brew, that one, I think.
As the creature fed the warm brew to the squeaking chick, it coughed up a decomposing part of a previous meal. Upon being fed, the chick quietened down, and a content look came over its previously agitated face. Meanwhile, the creature took the opportunity to quickly grab the smelly ingredient off of the ground.
Ew. Yeah, I got hogweed, that's cool. Okay. I'm checking the time because it's being weird. It's like freezing, my phone is. Not sure why. Okay, we got that brew. I have to obscure her vision so she can't see. There we go. Okay.
Something seems to be missing.
the creature said as it watched the colorless brew.
Oh. I forgot to add the ingredient, derp. Get burnt. Am I missing something? What the hell?
The old hag was
Oh, I'm supposed to... There we go.
as the fire blazed. Sparks from the embers landed on the hag's foot, igniting the flammable brew. Aggravated by the burn, she quickly released the wingless Alva from her clutch, turning her attention towards the small creature.
I'd better hurry.
It exclaimed, feeling the hag's rage building.
What about the Alva? It's a foot.
As soon as the Alva fell from the hag's grasp, the creature saw its chance, and with the tiny being on its shoulder, tumbled down into the safety of the mountain. As their eyes slowly became accustomed to the darkness, a massive cave opened up before them. The creature beheld it in silence for a while, before remembering its new acquaintance.
Are you all right?
It asked. The Alva gave the creature a faint smile, removing a couple of pebbles from her fragile hands.
At least she won't be able to get us down here. Why do you think she was so interested in you?
The Alva tilted her head, apparently as puzzled as the small creature.
Well, no matter now. I guess we need to explore these caves for another exit.
The creature said.
I still have a promise to keep, don't I?
The wingless Alva looked up at the creature, her glow slightly more vibrant than before. The creature didn't want to risk cutting itself on the glass shard. The small creature picked up the twig, thinking it might be of some use. No, that's not how it happened. A large rock shaped like a foot was sticking up from the cave floor. Other than its peculiar shape, the formation felt just like any other rock.
Down here first.
As they walked through the dark tunnels, the creature turned to the Alva.
I'm sorry you were taken from your home at the lake. I don't know if I could find my way back there.
It said with an apologetic look, but the Alva didn't seem saddened. In fact, she appeared to glow brighter than before, if only by a little.
What about it?
The root was sticky from the thick sap sipping through the small holes in the bark.
Before I go out there, I'm gonna go back through here, see what's going on. I don't know what to do here, because this is new to me.
As the creature touched one of the rocks, it could feel heat emanating from it.
Are we like in the giant's mouth or something? Like, I wouldn't be surprised. The bat. Or whatever that was. Oh! They're gnomes. Oh, that's weird.
No.
Can I go down there, maybe?
The floor had collapsed into a seemingly endless abyss.
Okay. Grew from a chasm, bridge.
The torch had been securely fastened to the wall.
Oh, that's creepy. Hand-shaped rock. Yeah, where it's like probably like a giant or something. Oh, that's creepy. I don't want to get attacked by a blocked passage.
Noise. Noise, always hammering, striking the walls, loud, foul beings. Strike, strike, strike. It is not theirs to take.
The gruff Roo mumbled to herself, seemingly not noticing the small creature next to her.
Unforgivable. Strike, strike, strike. The rock falls. A spell. Hide it. Yes. They won't leave. Why? They can't see where to strike. This won't do. My love.
For a brief moment, the gruff Roo's voice became soft.
Soon he will arrive. No, for him to see me like this, my appearance unsightly, their fault. Strike, 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 then silence. Pristine.
I think this creature is a mind spirit. Like you knock on the wall of the mine and she like tells you when it's about to collapse or something. Maybe. I could be wrong, but let's see.
Deep within the mountain, far away from any light of day, the gruff Roo lives by herself. Miners have been known to catch a glimpse of her in the corner of their eye, some claiming that she is showing them the location of large ore veins, others that she is trying to get them to follow her into the tunnels. If one is to venture into her domain, be mindful of making noise. If disturbed, she is said to bring the perpetrator to the deepest place within the mountain, where the unlucky being slowly turns into stone.
Alright. Let's go over here.
I can't wait to leave these caves behind us. They're a bit creepy, aren't they? Do you know of a place on the outside that could help you get your wings to grow?
The creature asked. The Alva shrugged her shoulders, looking back at it with big eyes.
Oh, well, I'm sure we'll find someone that can tell us what to do.
The creature responded in an unsteady voice.
Cave paintings. It's another little... It's a vate. Or vate. They're like gnomes. They're gnomes. I think.
Who goes there? The fat Vata wailed as confidently as he could. Who are you?
I don't know.
The small creature said with a troubled brow. What do you mean you don't know? The fat Vata said as his fear turned to curiosity.
I only recently found myself in this world. I don't know where I belong.
The creature stated sadly.
That's odd,
The fat Vata said before turning silent, wondering if that was even possible. After a while, the fat Vata seemed to have regained his focus.
Enough of your petty problems. Mine are far more severe, and they just keep adding up. There I was, playing my flute as I was searching this wretched mountain after something to retrieve my and my brother's belongings with, when she came running towards me. My music must not have been to her liking, I suppose.
The fat Vata said, looking puzzled as he scratched his head.
If she sees me again, I don't know what she will do to me.
The fat Vata's eyes slowly filled with fear.
Could you help me sneak past her? You can have my flute, and I'm sure my kin will reward you greatly.
I suppose I could.
The small creature responded, even though it was just as afraid as the fat Vata was.
Oh, he didn't turn into one. This is cool. I like the cave paintings. It's cool.
The carvings inscribed on the wall formed a number of strange shapes and symbols. When the small creature moved its hand across the carvings on the wall, they gave off a faint, almost magical warmth.
As I sneak by, do I just walk by her, I guess, maybe? Do I take him back where, his brothers are? Because I saw those other two over there.
Brothers,
The fat Vata said happily.
I'm back again. It seems my brothers are disappointed with my efforts.
The fat Vata said with a heavy sigh as he awkwardly took his place beside the tall Vata.
If they are not willing to talk, I guess I will have to find you a reward myself.
The fat Vata muttered as he rummaged around on the floor.
It's not much, but here you go. I'm truly grateful for your help.
I'm gonna go ahead and stop here. But I'm gonna go ahead and stop here, and yeah. I'm gonna stop here, and I will see you in the next video. Hopefully it'll be longer and with more stuff. I'm at 37 minutes right now, but hey, I'll probably go for longer. Anyway, goodbye.